finally made it out to the creek with air quotes that you can't see. It's basically just a swamp. You go in there, it's just a bunch of standing water. Got really muddy getting back here. I almost sank into the mud a few times. So, as far as I know, this whole system goes for about another mile or so. I'm only about 20 minutes into my battery life, so let's see how far we can go. Alright, so I found the creek. It's more of a trench. I guess some more swamps on the other side of it. Still not even behind my house in my neighborhood. I think that's it right there. Keep going further back, see what it turns into. Hopefully it doesn't break. Yeah, I found those plants that are always blocking your way in video games. Look at this. This shit didn't even look real. Yeah, it's spiky as fuck. I walked into it and I was like, ow, why am I being stabbed in multiple places at the moment? What the hell kind of a plant is this? Fucking stabby plant. Jesus. Oh. Oh, by the way, they don't block your path. I walked through it, so you know video games are fake. Well, I think this creek system's gonna be a bust because it's mostly just a big old trench. I mean, there's this little spot down here, but I'm not climbing down there, especially when there's rain in the area. And knowing as soon as you step on any of that soft stuff, you probably sink about 10 feet into the earth. Well, we're back here though. We still got a lot to explore. Can't really tell. There's probably just, you know, flat green grass. It extends for, I don't know, maybe another mile or so. My house is like in that direction just a little bit. You go across the creek and up a hill, and my neighborhood's right over there. So this whole area has just been hiding back here the whole time I've lived here. Feels good to finally get out here though. Nice and secluded, aside from all the houses. It's, oh, you can't really see them anymore, but there's a whole bunch of houses in their backyards up there. Chickens barking, roosters crowing, dogs barking, kids playing. Nice little area. Kind of jealous of those people's backyards, not gonna lie. Although, I'm not jealous of the plane every 2 minutes. And so I wasn't lying when I said swamps. So I just got to this part. Didn't think it was that bad. You can see all the way back there, kind of where that yellow pole is, kind of where this little wet section starts. Just walk through, basically right through the middle of it. It's not, you know, too horrible with these boots on. I almost did get swallowed by the earth a few times. scx6 almost got stuck once, but that was more me not paying attention because I was walking and driving at the same time. That is a brand new body, by the way. Said I was going to keep it nice because, you know, I did spend a little bit of money on it, but ain't no point in doing that, especially when you live at the swamp. If I keep going, maybe we'll find Shrek. Alright, so you know, I just talked about how I just went through that whole swamp. Well, I walked past it and I noticed there's a fucking trail to go around. I'm pretty dumb sometimes. Oh well, at least it can be fun being pretty dumb sometimes. This thing's so cool though, look at it. scx6. Yeah, 6 scale stuff's badass. We need some more stuff. We need a 6 scale leaf spring rig. TF6, anybody? 6 scale Hilux? I'd buy the crap out of one. Or some more body options. More axles, wheels, tires, everything. They should be more popular. A lot more fun than the 10 scale stuff. They go a lot more places. It makes living in these overgrown, wooded, swampy areas a lot more fun. Well, I'll have to find Shrek. I might have reached the end of the road. Well, I might have reached an actual road. Sorry for the wind. I don't know if I can keep going. I know there's a road there. I think it continues on the other side of the road. Still really no any way of getting into the actual creek. Really no point. All kind of weird stuff down there. It's pretty deep. places when you can see the bottom, it goes down like 10 feet. Anyways, I'm about an hour and 20 minutes into my battery life. I could be 3 or 4 more hours left. I don't know. I got 16,000 milliamp hours in there. So I guess we'll cross the road and see where it goes. Well, I'm on the other side of the street now, almost under the bridge where the creek is, and what the fuck? It's just a casual picture of what looks like a trans person. It's more art, I guess. Maybe it's worth something. Probably not though. Crushed up fence. scx6. Sketchy bridge that looks like it's about 300 years old and about to fall apart. Alright. Where to next? A little bit further onto the bridge now, found some more art pieces, I guess. What is that? That looks like... Yep. Stoner blend. There's a vape cartridge packaging. Oh, was that the Crow? Oh, that's something. Some half-naked goth chick. Oh, and yeah. And this bridge up close. Like, State of America. Jesus Christ. It's probably not as terrifying as in real life. But, oh my God, what is that? I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that's part of the bridge's original infrastructure. Yeah, rust, Jesus Christ. Every time a car goes by, I think this whole thing's gonna fucking collapse. Might as well be built on toothpicks. Anyways, still running the scx6. This probably doesn't come off on camera real well. I can hold it steady here. Got a dead tree over there. Just very picturesque, this little tiny area. Still haven't found Shrek. Still really haven't found any cool places to run my other rigs. The scx6 handles it well, just because it's so much bigger than everything. It is going to need some upgrades after this run though. Definitely going to need a stronger servo. That is upgrade number 1, is a stronger servo. But other than that, this thing's a tank. It's just pushing through everything, clearing the path, make sure there's no places where I sink. I'm going to test out this little water crossing up here now. One of those water crossings like the last one I went through. It was about this wide, but about like 5 feet deep. This one doesn't look like it. Let's see. There's a little deep though. What do you say, scx6? He says get stuck before you go in the water. Switch into first. See the servo dogging down or whatever. Let's get a little wet here. Look at that. Another water crossing handled like a boss. Except now I need to cross the water. The deers step here, but I am also a lot fat. What was that? Is that a frog? Fucking frogs. Alright, anyways. Step here on the sinky mud. I'm gonna step here on some land. And oh yeah, there we go. I didn't sink 30 feet into the mud. Successful. Alright, I hope you can't hear all the wind. But I think I'm about an hour and a half, maybe an hour 40 into my battery life, and this trail keeps on going for quite some time. So I'm probably not gonna make it to the end. I'm probably definitely gonna have to turn around, start heading back. I do have 16,000 milliamps of battery, so it should last anywhere between 4 and 5.5 hours from what I've read from other people's experiences. I do have a spare 2S 5400 milliamp hour battery in my pocket, so if it does die, I should be able to drive all the way home on that. Do not want to carry it because it is like 25-30 pounds and it is soaking wet and covered in mud, and I would still have to traverse back through the swamp. So hey, look, I don't know if you see, there's like a hawk. Yeah, it's a hawk. I love being out in nature. I wish I could do this every day. That's all I want to do right here. Just be outside. How absolutely beautiful this view is. It probably doesn't come up on camera. The way that dead tree is. The sky. Feels great to be outside. I really like the scx6. Mainly because I live in overgrown swamps in the Carolinas, and this can actually handle all the mud and sticks and leaves and rocks and mud and water and mud and mud and mud and leaves and mud and more mud. And sometimes there's even more mud, and then after you get through the mud, there's even deeper mud. And after you get through the deep mud, there's shallow mud, but it's super slippery mud. Anyways, this just goes right through all of it. The 6 scale is really where it's at, honestly. Been in this hobby since, I don't know what, 2007, 2006 sometime, when I was like in middle school, somewhere around there. It's really freaking cool though. Really hope to see a lot more 6 scale stuff from other manufacturers. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, RC 4-wheel drive TF6, let's go! Fun old little water crossing. The 10-foot deep, 2-foot wide creek. Yeah, look at this tree. Everything fell over. All these trees fell over. And this one's like, nope, I'm gonna do the splits. And I'm gonna stand right here. I ain't falling into that water. Although, knowing my luck, as soon as I turn around to walk away, I'm gonna hear there's gonna be a tree on my face. So I'm gonna walk away before that happens. Well, it was a pretty fun run. Got pretty deep into the creek system back there. Went about, I don't know, maybe 3 miles. Battery only lasted about 2 hours and 40 minutes, but I guess it's pretty good considering the distance I went. I was able to walk all the way back home almost. I did go to the construction site across the street. I was gonna do a little bit of bashing, but yeah, the battery died, so swapped it out to my backup and headed home. Gave it a little spray off. It was absolutely caked in mud. Hopefully everything still works just fine. Next upgrades are gonna be steering servo for sure. I'm gonna grab a couple more 8,000 milliamp batteries. Obviously some bumpers. Yeah, just keep running it. This thing's fun to run. See what other kind of places I can get into. Until next time.